I'm going to do a review of three books. Well, one series, one part of a series, and one small collection of comics. So my first one is The Unwritten. First of all, for anyone in the chat, I hope you're doing well. If you have anything you want to say in the chat room, as long as it won't get me banned, you can post it here. One second. Just message right there. I am first going to go with Unwritten. Alright? It's about a guy named Tommy Taylor. The reason I like this series in general, let me show you. I believe I have yeah, there it is. There you go. Here's the first, the hardcover that covers, I think 12 issues. Yeah, it's 12 issues. In my personal opinion, this is a good series. Okay, it's based in Britain, which I know that would automatically turn a lot of people off. First off, sorry, I want to give you guys a better look. Okay, this guy is a famous writer. He is basically living off the shadow of his dad's writing career. All right, so let me show you some of the artwork. Like this. I know some of the artwork may be hit and miss for some people, but some of the the covers of the series, like this, the one with the Frankenstein and his helmet on, it's pretty cool. Let me see if I can find any of the other stuff. Like this was a cover right here. I mean, it's done and over with, but I got this for $20 when it retails for $30, so which is not a bad deal for 12 issues. But what happens is his dad is presumably dead, but he can't get any of the money he has, so he's living off what he can get from royalties a little bit here and there. And you can really sympathize with this character, and you try real hard to understand where he's coming from. It's like, okay, I'm doing the best I can here to survive. I don't know what my dad was talking about half the time because I was 5. My dad was a little bit crazy, and it discusses this and some in this. It has, so first 36 issues right here. I believe this costed me $6-7 on Amazon, and this cost me $20 for, you're looking at like $27 instead of paying $35, so you're saving $8 for all 3 of these. I mean, all 2 of those. Now, another good thing about those is they have, of course, some people don't like it. It's different artists each time. And I could see that being an issue, because some people like me, I like consistency throughout the artwork. But each different arc, reason has different artwork because something is going on that pertains to Tommy Taylor's mindset. So which can be reasonable. Now, on a 1 to 10, I'd give that like a 7. Simple. A 7 to read. Now, if your library has it for the first trade paperback and you're unsure if you want to watch or read it, do it that way. Go to your library, read it, then support the comic since it's already done. Let's support it. So that is for the first one. The second one is good old House and Power of X. Hello. Uh, Chronicle Mode. How's it going? I hope you enjoy the chat. If you have any questions or any statements, bud, you're more than welcome to chat, and hola as well. I'm a huge X-Men fan and always have been for, I'd say, about 30 years. I was about 6 or 7 when I started getting into X-Men, and the way, ever since House of X and one second. One second, guys. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to do something here. Sorry about that. Had to do some moderating chat. And sorry about my messy room here. I'm a huge fan. Ever since the House of M, I liked the X-Men. And, oh man, come on. Sorry. My camera doesn't want to work with me here. My House of M was good. All the way up until the decimation, how they started changing a lot of the, how a lot of the X-Men worked. And when they, like, the last 4 years of X-Men kind of really ruined me, because the way they were, like, they were not raising the mutant population up much, and they were still always persecuted, which is something, you know, X-Men deal with. But it's like they were treated like, oh man, you need to take this beating here, and X-Men like, well, I guess we do. But with the House of M and the Power of X, it has totally changed. It is a soft, hard reboot. And to me, it is one of the best things that I have seen in a while. So let me show you the artwork in the series. And it covers 4 timelines. It covers the years before Xavier became part of the X-Men, the X-Men, which is year 10. Year 100 is the war, and year 1000 is the Ascension. And all 12 of these issues cover those 3, and then it'll break into, after this ends, you got Marauders, New Mutants, Fallen Angels, X-Force, X-Men, all 5 books. And to be completely honest with you, everything but Fallen Angels is well written in the beautiful book. So what really, to me, what sold me right here was one moment watching and reading this to make me realize, you know what, you know, this everything that I've been put through the X-Men was worth it. And I'm trying to find it because this is like 12 pages. And just give me a second. I believe this is okay. I guess it's further in the series because since they were reading a little bit by little bit, so I was trying to get used to how the book is set up. Come on. I know it's here. Sorry. Normally I don't take this long, and I usually prepare. But since I decided to do this on a lark, come on. Okay, I think I'm nearby. Right here. The moment when the X-Men are introduced, all the mutants that are villains come in to their new home country, and Xavier and Apocalypse are allies. That made it worth reading the entire book. And this was $60, but I got it like for $48 on Amazon when it was released. You can probably get it cheaper on Amazon, but to read how the X-Men don't take shit anymore is like totally worth it now. Because it's like when you no longer see X-Men take crap. It's like the United States government, like the X-Men, the normal X-Men series, X Factor. No, it's X Factor. The new X Factor series where Xavier, Magneto, Apocalypse, Cyclops, and the Kraken are going to the UN. And the United States set up a rogue agency to take them on and kill them before they got there. So Xavier noticed that there's some hostile people here. They sent Kraken and Cyclops to deal with 30 men while those two guys are unarmed, and they defeat all of them. And what's funny is though, like Apocalypse says, like, you know what ended the Bronze Age? I did. And it's like Xavier and Magneto was like, you know what? You tried to kill me within 30 days of this government being formed. I'm not going to take it anymore. You try it again, we'll come in force. Boom, done. I could not expect more awesomeness from the X-Men. So far, if you guys were to get this, it's worth the money. Now, when the softback comes out, totally worth the money as well. And then what you need to do is go to, after that, then buy all 5 books or whichever ones you feel like you are comfortable reading. But at least pick up the X-Men and X Factor. New Mutants is a hit and miss. Marauders is a good thing. Fallen Angels, Fallen Angels kind of sucks. Now, for all those who watch this TV series, I would, it's nothing like the book, but it's a good book. Lucifer. Bam. This costed me $75 on Amazon for over, I believe, like 30 pages, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 issues. It's less than $75. And the artwork is so. The artwork changes. From story to story because it overarches in a big old tale. So I'm trying to find what would I consider the best artwork in the book. But it's like it wouldn't matter when it's all good. Oh, come on, really? I know there's tons of artwork, but I'm trying to find the best of the book. Because it was made in the 90s. Or late 80s, early 90s. And it was just, it's about Lucifer. He refuses to go back to hell. And he's like, you know what? I don't really have to be here. Because Father put me here. Like bullshit. And I know the comic. The TV show has a lot to do with it, but it's not. And this is just part one of the classic. There is an additional book that would probably be coming out soon. So it's like, wow, in my personal opinion. So when you were to, if you were to read all these, then I would wait till Sandman's Universe Classics Book 2 for it as well. Or you can click anything Universal Sandman. Because it is Sandman. The Sandman universe is, to me, one of the most well-written comic series there is for DC. And I hate DC after what they did to the Flash and the Green Lantern. They could screw up Batman and Superman. I would give two shits. But you know, it's for a guy that lives in hell and got out. He's not a bad man. You know, the humans in the comic are worse. Like, they had neo-Nazis. A guy, you know, it's like this, you know, the devil doesn't put up with shit, but he is not a bad man. It is not his fault for people doing what they did. You know, it's like, I cannot make you do anything but your own decisions. And it's like, but they were like, the devil made me do it. And he's like, I didn't do it. You did it, you sinner. Which is pretty cool, my personal opinion. But now, like I said, I'll keep saying this so everyone will know. If you have anything you want to say, that won't get you banned or get me in trouble, you can say it. I mean, I am free for communications here, but this is more of a comic. The reason this is more of a comic because this is also going to be on here and YouTube. But since I am not a affiliate or a partner, I don't have to worry. The same rules do not apply to me. Now, there is another book series that I would advise anyone that gets Marvel Comics in general. So let me pull out one more thing. Alright. Now, some people may call it cheap, but it just depends on who you are, alright? One second. It's warm in my room, so I'm turning on my AC. Okay. So, right here is what's called Marvel Masterworks. And basically, it is a almost exactly one-for-one reprint of Marvel Comics. Like this one is a reprint from Marvel Avengers 21 to 30, right? And you can get the hardcover or softcover versions. I usually get the softcover because they're a lot cheaper. The hardcovers are usually like $75. These are like 35 or 30 usually. But if you get them on Amazon early enough, then they're like 25. So see, let me show you. Okay, this is Avengers 20 through 30, and they'll show you they'll give you the table of contents. They'll give you a foreword by Stan Lee, and then for example, they'll give you what the issue looked like back in the day, and then they'll break. You know, as you can see, it looks exactly like it would back then. See. Now, they will also tell you what other books have came out. They'll say, okay, right here will show what Marvel books have came out and what's coming up. But of course, at the time, the reason I stopped doing it because I was so unsure on the release date on a lot of these, so it's more of at the time it was a guessing game. But they've been out so long now, you can sort of pick and choose what you want. So, it's not bad, in my personal opinion. These are really good for their money. I mean, for $25, if you're like an old school fan and you really want something, because you gotta admit, it's going to be hard to find just random issues of Avengers in good condition, in that order, to read them when you get them at home. Like, it's like sometimes you might find an issue here, find an issue there, and I can't find 3 issues here. Oh, each of them are like $30 a pop. No, no. So yeah, now some of these can get up to 100. Not these, but the hardcover that are out of print, you could get up to like $130 for one. But those are like the really rare ones. So because by the time those rare ones come out and they're out of print, you could buy hard copies. What covers it to make the difference? But they're still worth them. And the main reason I'm doing comics today is I love comics, and it's just something that I am really passionate about. It's just I haven't had a whole lot of money to pick them up. And most of the, like through here, other than the few anime figures, mostly comics. So this is Marvel Masterworks. They are always worth picking up if you want something nice to read, and you actually can sit down and read it. I mean, like if you like digital, you can get Marvel's Unlimited. Nah, I'd prefer to have the real thing in my hand. So let me get another one. Sorry, I'm trying to find the ones that I had earlier. There. I know the comic's in bad condition, but you can get it now, but you really got to search for them. But it is John and Constantine Hellblazer, the original series, not the one from New 52. They have the original artwork where he is like 55, and he is married to an 18-year-old. And John Constantine takes no shit in this series. None. And I was sad up to the last issue. And I believe issue 300 was the final book. So, it's been collected. I mean, the series has ended. The original series has ended. So, it is worth, to be completely honest, it is worth 100% to buy them. But I will tell you this. If you have religious issues and can't read John Constantine for that reason, you might not want to pick it up. But if you want something like really like the occult and dark parts of DC that aren't like really muted due to the way 52 and current DC is, then I would just pick up the John Constantine books. Start at the Original Sin, which is the first book. It's first 6 pages. It is, like, I'll tell you how weird it gets in some of the later books, okay? Okay. There's a woman. Sorry, I turned that down. Got cold. Hello, second viewer. I hope you're doing well. If you have anything you want to say in the chat, you're more than welcome, as long as it will not get me banned. And same for you. There is, like, in John Constantine, he is not good, he is not bad. He is more evil than he is good, my personal opinion. But he's very indifferent. What I would tell you is, like, to me, his most fucked up run is when there's some small stretch of times he'll actually have a girlfriend. And someone that's very important to him before he got married. That one woman had an abortion. And that was back in the early 90s when abortions were, even in Britain, were kind of like taboo still. And John Constantine had a demon or demons attached to him, and he had a hard time getting rid of it. But once the demon he got rid of it, not demon but spirit, once he got rid of it, it inhabited the dead skin cells of the woman, which it picked up the spirit of the dead fetus, and it suddenly transformed to a 7-year-old child that is nothing but skin flakes scratching at the closet door while the mother is asleep, waking her up while John Constantine was away, saying, "Mother, mother, do you not love me? You know, you killed me." So let me see if I can find it. 1 second. I'm trying to use the exact quote. See if I can pull it up. Okay, that's not it. They're giving me a weird one. So John Constantine. Okay, I'm gonna try this Hellblazer. Where in the hell? Well, I mean, they're showing a lot of the TV show, which is, don't get me wrong, which is good. Oh, come on, really? Is it really that hard to find some, 1 second, sorry. Oh, that's why. See, John Constantine. Okay, that's the 80s. Okay, this is more of a... So let me zoom this in so you can get a better look. Now this is the John Constantine from the 90s, which you'd see a lot of, right? So you're going to see my monitor. So, right here. And I know it looks really weird, but I'm running on I'm running 4K on this monitor here, the one I'm moving around. So that's what you're seeing. This is what John Constantine looks like in the 80s and 90s. Which is still pretty good, in my personal opinion. That's what he looks like in the 80s. So, okay, this is his wife. That's them when they first met. That's usually like the issues, which you'll come across right here. That's the newer stuff. Now this is when he was a punk. Good old John Constantine. There you go. 70s. See, that's why I can love John Constantine, because he doesn't give two shits, but he's also British. So there's that. But to me, John Constantine is one of the better well-written books for DC, other than Jeff Jones running Green Lantern and The Flash. And I'm a hardcore Flash fan and Green Lantern. It's just, I don't like how they fucked with Green Lantern right after The Blackest Night and all that. Once they changed the mythos and did the reboot, and then maybe like 2 years after the reboot, sucked. And it's like, I'm like, really, man? Because I really was hardcore into them. So there's that. But now I'm going to, I got what I wanted to say on that. So 1 second, let me